Call of Duty World War II has reverted its mechanics, as you can tell by the context of World War II, to a boots-in-the-ground gameplay, a classic COD game if you will, wherein the setting is World War II and the addition of enhanced mobility mechanics is non-existent. This didn't come about because of companies loving their fans and listening to fan feedback. It came about because of fan backlash. You may think they're the same thing, but they're not. When Infinite Warfare became the second most disliked video on YouTube and people openly declared that Battlefield 1 was going to be the FPS choice of 2016, Activision justifiably shit a brick and decided to develop something similar. Battlefield 1, by the way, isn't my favourite game. I find it boring at times and incredibly inconsistent in certain moments, but for the most part it's an immersive, visceral and well-made game whose time period context adds to the player experience instead of detracting. So COD World War II, now that it has had its console and PC betas, has seen fan feedback. Some people will always just hate COD, but after playing it I thought it was pretty good. Will I buy it? Doubtful. Very doubtful, as after 10 hours of playtime I'm done. The formula, despite the reversion being exactly what the franchise needs, still bores me. As a casual game I could maybe play it once it goes on sale, but as a main game to play throughout the year, I just don't have that type of love in me for COD anymore. However, I do have that love for Halo, wherein the classic formula, in my opinion, is as timeless and iconic, hidden Xperia, as they come. My main question now is that, seeing as 343 have faced massive and justified backlash at the absolute piss-poor decision-making they have made for Halo, will they revert the mechanics back to classic? Thruster, ground pound, clamber, and the mother of all fuck-ups for Halo's mechanics, sprint, should be removed. They have clearly shown with a classic Halo 3 playlist, which was requested for 2 fucking years, you incompetent okay, calm down Roni, calm down, that they can make a classic playlist for the fans. Bullet magnetism issues aside, from people I've spoken to, enjoy the game type, and that's great, but should 343 revert to classic? Is it really because the fans requested it? Because let's be fair, we've requested classic Halo experience through individual titles and through game modes for years now, or will it be due to their swift adherence to following market trends? What do I mean by this? 343 have openly admitted to copying mechanics from other titles in an attempt to modernise Halo. Oh, and to the people saying that lore justifies the game mechanics, I just hope you don't have the ability to vote in elections, because your reasoning is so thoroughly warped that I think you'd probably argue that the atmosphere in Halo 5, guarding the art style, is factually correct and Bungie's was inherently wrong. 343's copying of market trends led them to hiring people who loved COD and hated Halo to develop Halo 4. It led them to copying facets from Destiny and copy-pasting them into Halo 5. They observe what's most popular and destroy the identity of this once-beloved franchise to appeal to the masses, and thus they appeal to nobody. And the ones they appeal to can't even justify why they really think the changes are warranted, aside from the point I mentioned regarding lore, which again is absolutely moronic. So my question really is, if 343 give the community a classic Halo and Halo 6, is it an honest classic Halo? Would it be developed because they actually care about the fans, which I truly believe they don't? The company as a whole has an unreal ego that I can't fathom. Would 343 follow market trends again after the release of COD World War II, and should it succeed, does that mean that Halo will also revert? Remember when COD and Halo were two equally different but engaging titles before they completely went mental and started fucking around with their tried and tested formulas? It's like me in a lab trying to extract caffeine from coffee granules and adding in a base too soon before the acid components can boil off. I'm going to witness a fucking explosion, or at the very least a fountain of brown liquid that will hit the damn roof. True story, actually. And if I'm arrogant enough to say that I know best, add the base in too early, have it explode in my face, and then justify it by saying I was trying to experiment, there's nothing wrong with that, I am an idiot. The same can be said for 343 and the 343-tard fans. Does it make any sense to defend irreparable actions after the entire experiment is blown up in your face? Just like the H3 Classic playlist, I can add in the base after it's exploded, but it won't make a fucking difference because the solution has already hit the roof and everyone has dashed for cover. Again, true story, my first year in college labs, fun times. What do you guys think about this? I think I'm onto something here. That 343 will revert the mechanics in due part to fan feedback and due to market trends guiding their hand like it always has. The question I want to ask you is, which seems more honest to you, option A or option B? I think they're going to copy and say it was for fans. That's not pessimistic of me to say, by the way. It's totally justified after the years-long ethnic cleansing of every facet that made Halo great. But I can hear the defense now. Free DLC, lol. Even starts, whoop-de-fucking-do. Return to the art style in Halo Wars 2, and RTS, yeah, great logic there. Thanks for watching me, guys. Let me know down below what you think about this, and support the channel in the ratings or subscriptions if you'd like to. Be good, take care, Roni out.